Today I am going to see Jagged Little Pill the musical, which I'm very excited about. I love musicals, but I am a die-hard, lifelong Alanis Morissette fan, so I am very excited to go see it. And my friend Becky actually saw it 2 nights ago. She was texting me in all caps about how amazing it is. And the reviews have been good too, but I'm just excited. And it's 100% sold out for every showing, so I'm so glad that I got tickets. The downside is that it's in Boston, which is pretty close to me. It's only about a 45-minute drive to Boston from my house, but you know, everybody has a phobia or something that causes them anxiety, and mine is travel. So basically driving in congested areas, driving to places I have never been before. I won't like street park. I won't drive in the city. Excuse me. I will park like outside the city and walk or whatever I need to do. But even that freaks me out. Walking a place I've never been before. I get really freaked out by things that have like stops. So like the bus or the T or the commuter rail. Anything where I could possibly miss my stop and end up at the wrong stop, if for some reason, is like earth-shattering to me. So I love going anywhere, but I always have someone with me to sort of take me there, which I know is super spoiled, and I have always been like this. So, you know, my close friends know that I'm like this, and most of them are very accommodating, and they take me wherever I want to go. Yeah, so this show is in Cambridge at a theater at Harvard University, and yeah, I need to get there. And my friend that is going with me actually lives right outside Boston. So it wouldn't make sense for her to come and pick me up, not at my house or even like somewhere closer. You know, if you have any anxiety, especially about specific situations like this, you know that you can't talk yourself out of it. Like, I know that it's very inconvenient. I know that I'm being unrealistic about my fear, but it's just in there. Like, I can't help it. So yeah, the other day I like wrote out all of my options, right? Like I could take the train to the subway, and then meet her at a certain spot, but that would mean riding the T by myself, and that would be impossible for me to convince myself to do. Plus I would have to buy tickets, and that's like a whole thing on its own of like everything is a big deal. Like, what if I get the wrong ticket? What if I don't buy it for the right T line? What if I'll only get one way and then I'm stuck? Like, it's so stupid because, you know, I could figure it out. But you know, can't help it. So I was like, oh, do I do that? Or do I have Joel drive me to the T station and then take the T in? You know, do I drive most of the way and then take like a lift? But then I'd have to take a lift by myself, which I've never done and I don't want to do. I'd have to download the app. I'd get so nervous about, like, did I get in the wrong car? What if they take me the wrong way? And then what if I'm late? And then what if coming back I can't get a car, or it's too late, or I don't know. Like, I know that these are all things that are not an issue. Like, people travel this way every single day. People live in the city and rely solely on public transportation, and I can't do it. It really freaks me out. So yeah, the anxiety over it almost always ruins every event like this that I have. Like, every concert, every play, every event that I try to go to is almost always in a city, because that's where events happen. And if I don't have someone that is going to take me like 100% of the way from point A to point B, and then I know they're going to take me back home after, that's the only way that I can enjoy a show. Because otherwise, like today, I'm driving to my friend's house, and then she's going to drive us to the venue. And I have so much anxiety over driving to her house, which I have done before. It's very scary though. I have to go through like tunnels and bridges and tolls and city. It's my nightmare. But the whole time that I will be at this show, I will be thinking about how I have to drive home. And it like consumes everything. I'm like, what, what if this, what if that? I just think about it the whole time, and it always ruins the experience of the show that I'm going to see. So anyway, that's what I'm dealing with today, is like trying to convince myself to not freak out about it, because I really want to enjoy this show. But I know how I am, and I know how this goes, and I'll still be glad that I went, even though I will be freaking out the whole time. So anyway, I am leaving in about an hour. I've been up since 4 o'clock because I can't sleep, because I'm anxious about driving there. So yes, I'm heading out pretty soon, and then hopefully I will catch some footage of the restaurant that we're going to beforehand, because it's an all-vegan place that I've been dying to try. It's called By Chloe. I will hopefully at least get a picture, if not some footage, to put here, and then I'll let you know how the show went. We tried the tofu scramble wrap, a burger, a hash brown with quinoa, and some kale artichoke dip. Good morning. It is the next day, Monday, and the show was amazing. It was incredible. I, as I said, am a very big Alanis fan, so it was awesome to hear all of her songs, and not just from Jagged Little Pill, like they were others of her songs as well, and they just mixed in, and even some of them were just played as tiny snippets of instrumental, but when you are a big fan, you know all the songs. So just really cool. The story itself follows a family, mom and dad, and 2 teenage kids, through like 1 year, Christmas to Christmas. And they deal with like family issues, opioid abuse, sexual assault. I just got a big raindrop down the side of my face. They deal with like queer and trans issues and racial issues. I mean, they packed it all in. It was almost a little too much, like a little too topical and clumsy, like on the nose, like it's 2018 and they want to make sure you know it. you know, I get it, sort of the point. And the dialogue was written by, what do they call it? It's not a screenplay, 'cause it's not on the screen, but the play, the non-music parts were written by Diablo Cody, which you probably recognize her name. She made that movie Juno and a couple others that were similar. So the music, of course, was great. The story was really good, but the performers were unbelievable. Like, I was in the actual first row, and so I could see that there were actual real tears on all of their faces when they were doing these emotional scenes. And, you know, good acting is good acting, but to be able to do that with actual raw emotion and actual tears every single night, you know, for weeks is like, that's impressive. It was very energetic. Dancing was like, I was exhausted just watching it. But anyway, that's my review, I guess. It was awesome. They did this one scene that just blew my mind. I don't think it's really spoiling anything because it's not like a surprise or something, but the mom is buying some drugs, and you know, she goes through the scene. She's you know, runs into some of her superficial white mom friends, and they have a little discussion, and then she sort of scurries off to go meet her dealer and buy some drugs. And so she meets this kid in the alleyway. He gives her the drugs, she gives him the money, and then she starts singing a song. And as she's singing the song, they go through like the previous 3 scenes of her buying the drugs, going to the alleyway, seeing her mom friends, but they go through all of it in reverse. And so all the actors, all the like extras of people walking around buying coffee and stuff, they're all moving in reverse. It was amazing. Like, I don't know how much rehearsing they must have had to do to get that just right, but every single one of them was doing every movement, walking, waving, like everything was in a mirror image, and it was so cool. It was really sort of mind-blowing to watch because it felt like you were watching a film in reverse. And she's singing the whole time, not in reverse, obviously. So it's just really, really cool, very well done. And I love Alanis, and it was awesome to just see anything that she does. So, sorry, I'm very distracted by Sivan. He's very distracted by a squirrel, so. Lindsay. So that's it. I had a great time. Yes, the drive was very stressful. And then as soon as I started to come home, it started to downpour, like that torrential sort of whiteout condition downpour. So I'm like on the bridge in Boston, and it's terrible. But I survived, and I had an amazing time. All the anxiety, well, I was gonna say the anxiety was worth it. Anxiety's never worth it, but putting myself deliberately in a situation where I knew I was going to have anxiety was still worth it. So, all right, that's it. Have a good day.